Hey y'all, it's Hannah Bell and you're Hanging with Hannah, where you and me get to hang out for a bit and have some real talk. So go ahead and get comfy, head on out to your porch, grab your dog, drink, snacks, whatever. Let's get to it.
You only have one life to live, so make it count while you can. Just be who you wanna be, smile and just be happy. You're gonna have some ups and downs that you'll make through, and then you'll see how it could be on a day like
Life is crazy busy, but sometimes we need to make time for ourselves. One way I've done that is by joining a book club, and it has been one of the best decisions I've ever made. Let's talk about why on today's episode.
on a day like this.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 9 of Hangin' with Hannah. Thanks so much for joining me. I am so glad to have you along for the ride. So I am again recording this episode so that you can see it and you can watch it live on YouTube. But this one's going to be kind of tricky because I had some help from some friends on this episode. So if you've been with me for the past few episodes, I've been talking about positive things, ways to live a more positive life, I guess, ways to better yourself, if you will. I've got to come up with a catchy slogan because people will ask me all the time, what is your podcast about? And I'm like, spreading positivity, navigating life with a positive outlook. I don't know. I think that's what it is, but maybe you can help me come up with a slogan of exactly what is Hanging with Hannah, the podcast about. But again, thanks for being here with me. Glad to have you along. This is episode 9, so the next to last episode of the first season. So thanks so much for being with me on the ride. So today's episode is titled, Start a Book Club. It's Good for the Soul. And let me tell you, that title, it couldn't be more true because I am currently in a book club and have been for a little bit over a year now, and it has been one of the best things that I've ever done. So let me track back a little bit to how my book club got started, and I'm not calling it my book club because I am not the president. Yes, we do have roles, but back in 2020, I made a New Year's resolution, and the New Year's resolution was to, when I got into the bed at night, I would stop scrolling on Facebook or Pinterest, whatever I was looking at, and I would read a book. And so I joined the public library, and I found out that the public library has apps now. Like, I thought you could just go there and get books. No, there's apps, and you can download ebooks on your phone, on your Kindle, whatever. So this has opened up a world of literature for me because I can pretty much download any book I want to for free just because I'm a member of the library. So I encourage you, if you want to increase your reading habits, look into joining your local library and seeing if they have some of the apps that you can get on your phone or your Kindle to get books for free. And one cool thing about my library, if they do not have the book that I want, you can request them to buy the book, and majority of the time they will. So that was number 1. Back in 2020, I made the New Year's resolution. Hannah, you're going to start reading books. You're going to stop scrolling through Facebook. It's not good for your mental health. You're going to start reading books. It's going to help you with creativity when you're writing songs. It's going to help you with your vocabulary. It's going to expand your mind, all of those things. So I made that New Year's resolution and I have stuck to it. I've read over 50 books probably in that time. I was going to show you people that are watching on YouTube how many books I've read. I keep it on my phone in my notes section. So here we are showing the people on the YouTube and all these books. I've read all those books. So over 50 books that I've read since I've started this New Year's resolution. And like I said, I keep the titles in my little notepad on my phone so that I don't reread some books, because once you start reading books, you're like, oh, have I read that one already? I need to keep the titles. So I made that resolution. And as you all know, I am a singer-songwriter, country music singer, but I also work in education. And so I work a lot with teachers primarily. I work at a middle school currently. And so I work with middle school teachers. And 2 teachers were discussing in one of our professional development meetings, their book club. And it was just those two teachers at the time. And I basically invited myself to be a part of their book club. I said, what? You're starting a book club? I just set this New Year's resolution. Would love to be a part of it. So we started out just us three, or we three. Which one? We three in the book club. We met at a little wine bar one night. We chose a book. We read the book. We came to the wine bar. We had charcuterie boards, and we discussed the book. And did you know that most books have discussion questions in the back of them, so you don't even have to think about the discussion questions either? We discussed the book. We had a great time, and we decided, hey, this is fun. Let's invite some more people. So the book club has grown and grown and grown. We even did Zoom meetings, not as often as we should have, but during COVID, we did some of the book club meetings by Zoom. So our book club has grown. We've lost some members and we've gained some new members, but it has grown even to where we have a president, and I'm doing air quotes, president, vice president. I'm pointing at myself because I am the vice president. And we have even taken trips now. We just got back from our very first book club trip based off some of the books that we've read in book club. So I titled this book club is Good for the Soul, because it has been one of the best things for me. You know, a lot of the times in this life, we go, and we do not take time to do things that we enjoy. And that is exactly what book club has been for me. It has been something for myself, something that I enjoy, and a time where I can hang out with some friends, because yes, I call them friends now, all those that are in the book club. It's a time where I can hang out with friends, relax, discuss a book, hear different perspectives, and it's a lot of fun. So we just got back from a girls' trip, a book club girls' trip, where majority of our book club members went to my hometown of Natchez. We read the Greg Iles books. If you haven't read them, I suggest you do so if you like murder mystery and whodunit type of stuff. We read the Greg Iles books, majority of us did, and we took a hometown trip, or a trip back to my hometown of Natchez, to see some of the sights of the book and whatnot. And that was fun. It was a ton of fun. And we've already decided that we will be taking more book club trips in the future. But I told my book club during that time, I want each of you to think of why you love book club. And then I'm going to put that in my podcast. So you don't have to listen to me jabber all this whole time. I've got some real world interviews from members of my book club. So let me start with our book club ranges in age. It is all women, but we all have different reasons why we love book club. Here's one reason right here.
I like book club because, first off, I love books. And so being able to read books with like-minded people who also enjoy them is a great time. And sometimes life gets too busy and you don't have time to read the books, and having a group to motivate you to get time to yourself to read them is very enjoyable and very good for the soul.
I enjoy book club because I have to be held accountable to read a book, and I truly don't really like reading as much as you guys. And when I'm held accountable to read, sometimes I enjoy it, sometimes I don't, but when I don't enjoy it, I can stop the book and I know I get to have some wine and cheese with my book club besties.
I enjoy having meaningful, deep conversations with people that I enjoy. We read books, and it's cool to see different interpretations of the same thing we read.
First of all, I like to read, and I enjoy talking about books with other people, and then there's a camaraderie. I enjoy the people that I'm with, talking, we talk for the book for a while, and then we just enjoy ourselves. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, so you just heard from 4 members of my current book club that I am in. And of course, I had to coerce them to come on the podcast and tell you why they love book club. But you heard from varying viewpoints. You heard someone who loves to read. You heard someone who doesn't like to read as much, but is excited to read something that other people have chosen and just get to hang out. You've also heard about the accountability and the camaraderie. And those are definitely some of the biggest reasons that I also love book club. And then one of my book club members, she wanted to expand a little bit more on her reasons of why she loves book club. So I'm going to let you hear from her again right now.
One of my most favorite things about our book club is that we range in age from mid-20s to 60, have different ideas, different reactions to the book, yet we all get along so well. And that camaraderie is worth it. We all enjoy it so much. And what is said in book club stays in book club.
True that. What's said in book club stays in book club. That's one of the best things about book club is we have a varied age of women that are in this book club. Yes, we pick a book. We all take turns getting to pick whatever book that we want to read. We discuss the book, but also we get to know each other. We talk about so much more than just the book. And in the life that we live these days, you've got to have people that you can lean on, people that you can count on, people that you can talk to help you navigate this life. And that is one of the things that we do. We all came from different upbringings, different backgrounds, different places. And here we are discussing a book, enjoying time together, and just sharing life with one another. So book club is where it's at. I'm telling you, if you have had the inkling to start a book club, do it. It's worth it. It's fun. It helps you expand your mind, expand your horizon. It takes you to different places within the book. I mean, come on, your vocabulary is better. It helps me write songs. I mean, it's just a good time. So here's a challenge for you. If you have thought about starting a book club, maybe you've never thought about it. Maybe it's not a book club. Maybe it's just some type of club. Maybe it's cards. Maybe it's game night. Maybe it's movie night with friends. Maybe it's dinner once a month with your best friends. Who knows? This is really just about taking the time to set something aside for yourself, but also surrounding yourself with people who you can rely on, people you can count on, and people to kind of just help share this load of life that you have. And that's exactly what my book club is. I love each and every single one of my book club members. I hope that we add even more people to our gang because we have so much fun together. We have so much fun reading. We get to read so many great books. But the important part is the time spent together and how we feel when we leave. I can honestly say I've never left book club and felt, that was terrible. I can't move. I've never done that. I have left book club feeling excited, feeling happy, feeling motivated, feeling comforted, feeling that I have people I can depend on. And that's the number one thing. So that is exactly why starting a book club is good for your soul. So I challenge you, start something, whether it's book club or something else that you're interested in. Start something, surround yourself with a group of people who you can rely on and depend on to share this burden that we call life. You've been listening to Hangin' with Hannah with yours truly, Hannah Bell. Thanks so much for hanging out and having some real talk with me. Remember to follow me on Facebook at Hannah Bell Music and Instagram at Hannah Bell 322. You can also find out more about me and what I do at my website, hannah-bell.com. I can't wait to connect with you. Remember, you can now watch each episode on YouTube. Just search for Hannah Bell Music. Tune in next time where we will discuss your circle of control. Things you can control and things you can't. See you then on Hangin' with Hannah.